So Maura Healey appeared on ABC a few days ago, and she was talking about Kamala Harris defending her record and defending her debate performance. And actually, the host at that time on ABC was doing pretty well, at least the part that I saw. We're going to react to the full 8.5 minute clip with Maura Healey, our lovely governess of Massachusetts. So as we're watching this, I realized, as I watched this a little bit earlier, I realized, wow, I didn't know Maura Healey sounded like this. I kind of expected a really macho lesbian macho voice, something's whoa, that's not a woman. She has a very nice voice.
Soft, feminine, cute.
Wasn't going to use those words. I was going to maybe say feminine, awesome. I love it. Dude, you got it. That's wild. That's
what?
You called Maura Healey's voices cute, dude. Let's
get
crazy.
into it. Our viewers want to get into it.
Crazy,
you're this is a cats and dogs kind. You're just getting distracted with the whatever.
The squirrels. I was just saying, I just had to make that comment. Her voice is nice. That's all I'm saying. It's not, yeah. All right, let's I'm just going to stop there and let's react to this video.
I intend to be a president for all Americans.
Vice President Kamala Harris making her closing argument at Tuesday's debate on ABC. I'm joined now by Massachusetts Governor Muara Healey, clearly a supporter of Kamala Harris. Democrats said quickly that Kamala Harris won the debate. In fact, our poll found 58% of the voters thought she was the clear winner. And yet that performance did not overall move the needle. They're basically in the same place as before the debate. Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. Martha, we know that this is going to be a close race. And Kamala Harris says that she's an underdog. But what's important is that she and Tim Walz have built a campaign for a close race. They're opening an unbelievable number of offices around the country, tons of staff, tons of volunteers. The enthusiasm has been really strong. And I think what's very important also is that she and Tim are playing for every voter. They're going to red counties. They're going to red districts, right? Because as she said in her closing argument, I'm going to be a president for all Americans. You may not agree with me on everything, but I'm going to be here for you and your family. And one thing that the debate demonstrated to me, at least, is that Kamala Harris is about you. She's about the American people. She's thinking about your family. Donald Trump's just about himself. Remember, Kamala Harris is the one who's out there saying she's going to cut taxes for 100 million Americans. She's going to provide a tax credit to families with children. She's going to produce more housing around the country so we can lower housing costs. She's focused on lowering the cost of prescription drugs and groceries.
Governor,
what have we heard from Donald Trump beyond the pets and the like? So, the debate, we've moved on from the debate. It's about the campaign.
Governor, I want to go back to the debate because that was important, and I want to go through a few things that Kamala Harris said. I want to ask you about her comments about the military. She said during the debate this about the U.S. military. Let's listen.
As of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world, the first time this century.
Our fact checkers found that to be false, and I have a lot of experience in that area as well. There are currently 900 U.S. military personnel in Syria, 2,500 U.S. troops in Iraq. All have been under regular threat from drones and missiles for months. We also have action in the Red Sea. We also, every single day, the Navy SEALs, Delta Forces, special operators can be part of any sort of deadly raid. So why would she make that claim?
Good question.
I think what's important here, Martha, is that Kamala Harris, in contrast to Donald Trump, demonstrated herself to be commander.
And red herring.
We are in a world where there are all sorts of conflicts, and it's all the more reason we need somebody who's serious and who supports the military. And just remember,
But
Donald
Governor, excuse me, but she said there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone. That is not true. You say she demonstrated her ability to be commander-in-chief, but did she not know about these people in Syria and Iraq?
Dang.
Why
This
would
is
she
impressive.
say that?
Look, that was a comment. That was a comment in a debate. I think the point that she was trying to make was a broader point.
Fact.
And of course, we have military in place all around this country.
Wait.
That's important. We're the United States of America.
Factual.
Kamala
Good job.
Harris
Good job, Maura Healey. Yes, it was a comment during a debate.
That's definitely
What
true.
a way! What a way to just like acknowledge and then just dismiss. So when you're pressed on, it's like, okay, fine. I'll at least acknowledge that she said it. But she didn't make any claim either way. She's like, yes, okay, fine. This was a thing that was said. Moving on. It's like,
It's just so politician-y, so
but
slimy.
doesn't she have like a nice voice though? She's got a nice voice. I will give her that.
She proved her ability to be a commander-in-chief, even though she doesn't know who she's commanding is actually in, active duty.
And also, you just said, she said, well, she proved her ability as commander in chief. Is she talking about the debate performance? Is she talking about the administration that she's currently running? So now she's trying to defend the record. Let's just assume, it seemed like she was talking about her debate performance, but then, so by her debate performance, she proves that she is a good commander in chief because somehow she defended her record, I guess. But then she goes on to say, well, it was just a comment in a debate. Like, debates don't matter. So it doesn't matter. So I don't understand how those two phrases, like how those two sentences create one
never
cohesive
mind.
thought. Maybe that's just me.
Never mind the whole Afghanistan thing.
No, not at all. But now she's going on right now about how she loves her military. But it's so funny. Like, this is just, I mean, we in the conservative movement, we've grown accustomed to politicians lying, obviously, and avoiding questions. Red herrings, obviously, is when you avoid the question. That's the logical fallacy. And so I kind of want to go back. I'm not going to, but the host, ABC host, asks her about, like, hey, why did she say this about that there were no more active duty members? And Muara Healey says, okay, now I'm just gonna open up my drawer, move to this way, open up my drawer on military one-liners, and I'm just going to start pulling out of there of military one-liners of Kamala Harris supports the military, and we love our military, and all this stuff across the United States about we're united and blah blah blah, and police and fire and military, and we love them and we serve them, blah blah blah. They should get tax credits and blah blah blah. Like, it's like, okay, that's that drawer. Okay, you pull them out. Let's just close that drawer and let's move on to something else. Pull that out. Oh, immigration. Well, we love Republicans are racist. Immigration. We need to they're not eating dogs and cats in Ohio. Like, that's how politicians talk, is they have their drawer of one-liners for each individual subject. And he's like, okay, ABC host brought up military, let's pull that drawer, let's take those one-liners out. Don't address the question, but just take it. This is probably what you learn in media training. I don't know, I never do it. I'm never going to do it because I think that's a bunch of BS. But that's probably what they teach you. Is like, yeah, when they bring up a topic, when they allude to a topic in a question, talk about that topic and avoid the question. That it's like, just like textbook classic politician.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think we need to hear more from her. More from Maura.
No, dude. I know we don't need to, but can we just please?
What does she say?
I don't know. I haven't heard this.
It's gonna be a whole bunch more gobbly. We don't need more gobbly.
We'll cut it out if we.
We're not politicians. We don't need to hear more gobbledygook. We've exacerbated the point.
Okay. Well, whatever. I literally said we're gonna listen to the whole clip. So now we're just lying to our viewers.
We lied to our viewers. We listen. The point is, politicians don't have much to say.
Is that the point? I just like the Massachusetts content, and we finally got content.
We do.
For
But
Massachusetts.
I think that it's interesting how this is content. You know what's content? Why is Maura Healey going out on the Kamala Harris defending train? Why is she doing interviews with the ABC? Does she want a job in the Kamala Harris administration?
Oh, probably.
That's what I've heard. Her term's up in 2026. She could easily slip right.
I hope so.
Slip right
Man,
out of there.
she's terrible. Like, give us an opportunity so we're not facing an incumbent in 2024.
Well, Maura wasn't an incumbent either.
True, but I also don't want to. Now I'm like hoping. I don't want Kamala to become president so that we can have an easier chance of electing Republican
that is the
governor.
debate. Do we want Kamala Harris president so that sacrifice the rest of the country for Massachusetts?
I mean, if you're having a local mindset,
Theoretically,
but no.
But also, that wouldn't solve the problem anyway, because they're just going to come up with another Democrat and they're going to spend $10 million and they're going to get them in.
This is fair.
So, plus, Massachusetts is like 140 to 20, whatever, Democrats to Republican. It's crazy. End the one-party rule. That's the goal of this. How do we end the one-party rule? Exposing politicians like Muara Healey.